Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tinmans channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tinman Taylor, and today I got another Storytime video for you guys, but I thought I'd get Betty on here to talk about his old car, his 1982 Camaro. So, Daddy, you take it away.
This was my second car. I traded my Mustang, my 75 Mustang, in on an 82 Camaro at the local dealership here in Roxborough. And it is not the same color when I bought it. I had it painted to the rock color. And this used to be like a baby blue. And I added some chrome wheels and some tires to it also. I drove it through high school. I even drove it down to Florida a couple of times during Orlando.
How many times?
Twice. Also added them little fog lights down there. They didn't come with it.
Hold on. Wait a second on that. Yeah, I see him.
And they weren't on that, so I added that. Me and a friend of mine put them on there. And he also, you can't tell it real, but this was actually a Camaro Coupe. It didn't have all them special options on it. He helped me find a spoiler. I bought a spoiler to put on the back of it, but you can't see it on this one. I think I had another picture where I had it.
We do have another picture, folks, of what the Camaro looked like when he first bought it. It was in a light blue color, but we can't seem to find it. I only found that one. But yeah, it looked nice, even in the older color.
Yeah, I even had the seats recovered to a blue color, like a corduroy. And after I graduated after high school, about a couple of years after that, I kept the car and I bought me a Chevrolet four-wheel drive. It was an 86 model. I took the 2.8 liter V6 out and put a 305 when it had been rebuilt, and I put that in there.
You noticed the huge difference in horsepower, right?
Yeah, it was a huge difference. It was a big difference. And I drove that for a while until I even let it sit in my garage here after me and Jeffrey's mama moved here after we got married. It sat in the garage for a long time. And I had a friend of mine come up here. He was looking for another Camaro with a V8 in it, and he wanted to buy mine. So he bought mine, and I don't know what he did with it. And then he ended up selling it to somebody else, and he ended up over there on the other side of Oxford now. So I don't even know if it's being driven anymore, or it's just sitting in weeds and grown up on it. So I don't know.
What he's talking about, folks, is me and my mom did a little investigating. She contacted our local DMV, and they ran the VIN number on this car. And apparently his friend sold it to a lady, and she in turn sold it to a guy that lives, like he said, further over in Oxford.
It's on the other side of Oxford.
Yeah, in a town called Mason.
Yeah, Mason, that's it.
But we do not want to go down there and, harass the person, so he probably might not even have it no more. You don't know what the issue with that is. But if he still got it, that would be amazing to see, right?
But I'd like to find another one like an 87 through an 89 ROC Z Camaro. I'd like to find one that's got low mileage on it, only one owner.
And to be honest with you, the IROC Z models look more stylish than that right there, even though you try to make it look like one.
Yeah, this one didn't have no electric windows in it. It had manual windows and had a regular radio in it, just an AM, FM stereo. That's all it had in there. So I ended up putting Pioneer stereo in it with a Alpine amp, 10-inch woofers, and two 6x9 Pioneer speakers. So I had light bumping like everybody else did back in the day.
I'm surprised nobody didn't call the cops on you for having loud music.
Well, they didn't back then, but they do now for sound ordinance. But I don't do that mess no more. But I like to have another car like that.
And what else did you tell me you did with that car? You said you drove it and accidentally wrecked it somewhere?
Yeah, I was driving it to my work over in Creedmoor, and that's about a 50-minute drive from here. I had to leave here and get there by 4 o'clock in the morning, and I fell asleep going there. I was halfway there, and I kind of moved off the road into a ditch, went down a ditch, and I drove it out of the ditch and ended up on another side at an intersection road. So I kind of bent my antenna, and I think I broke one of my windshield wiper blades. So That's what I did, but that was the last time I fell asleep at the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
It scared me. And I drove it back and forth to work, and then I started driving my truck back and forth to work. I kind of used this as a second vehicle until I moved to this house and just put it in the garage and put it on jack stands. And it sit there for a while.
The tires didn't rot off or anything?
No.
Okay.
I would go out there and crank it up every so often, make sure everything kept running.
Yeah, because you don't want the fuel to build up. Right?
I also took a trip to the auto fair in Charlotte every year, and I bought me a set of Z28 wheels, and had a set of Aroc wheels to go with it, and I also had some Riley Sport wheels to go with it too. So I ended up getting rid of all of that when my friend bought it from me with the car.
Yeah, because you won't be needing it anyway. You got rid of the car.
Well, I had the Z wheels already on there.
Oh.
I took the chrome off because they were getting a little spotty rust on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I sold the chrome wheels, and I was using Z28 wheels I put on there. I also put a Z28, it was a 84 or 85 Z28 rear end, and I took it out to the junkyard, put it in my car. But I changed the fluid in, put new brake shoes on it and everything before I stuck it on the car. But I did that to it. And I did a lot of stuff to it. I did a lot of upgrades on it. I tried to make it into a Z28. Come close to it anyway, except for the ground effects and everything on it.
Let's put it this way, it was better than that Mustang you had.
Yeah, I didn't like the Mustang to begin with, so I like the Camaro. I wished I never got rid of it, but...
Now, this wasn't the first choice you were going to get. You were looking for a what, Cutlass?
I was either looking for a Cutlass Supreme, or Monte Carlo.
But that's all they had.
Yeah. This car come from Durham. The lady had it. She bought it brand new in '82. And she brought it to the local dealership, traded in on another vehicle. But it only had 32,000 miles on it. I bought this car back in February of 1984. That's when I got this car. So it was a nice car. It was clean. And it drove real good. So I wanted to get it. So I traded that Mustang in on it and put a little down payment on it.
Because if you didn't act on it right then, it probably been gone.
It had been gone. There was a Mr. Lunsford working there at the time. He was a salesman. He kept calling me on things. I told him what I wanted, what I was looking for. And he called me that weekend, that Saturday. Me and my dad went in and looked at it. And then I test drove it. I said I wanted this car. It was a nice car, even though it was just a Camaro Coupe. But I made it into almost like a Z28. I just put my touches on it. So.
And you said how many engines you put in there already?
I just put one. Well, the first one was a 2.8. That come with it, and I done drove it once to Florida, Orlando, and then the second time I was going to drive it, the motor had messed up and it had a cracked engine. So the guy got to change the motor out. Well, he went ahead and put a Jasper engine in there. It was a 2.8 liter V6, and we ended up driving that car down. We took it down to Florida again, down in Orlando. So it was a good car. I drove that car everywhere. Drove it to the beach several times and to the mountains. I mean, it was a good car.
But did you say you put like a transmission in it and made like a gas guzzler?
Yeah, I put the 4 overdrive out and had a 350 turbo with a quick shift in it. And I wished I never did that. I mean, it'll grab a second gear now every time. But you needed that 4th gear to get a good gas mileage. So that's when I put that 350 turbo in there, when I put that 305 in there. With it was a Quadrajet 4-barrel I put on there. I think if I got this one back, I probably put the 2.8 back in there. But I'm looking for 87 through 89 with the 5.7 liter tune port. That's what I want. It's got the first LT Corvette engine in it. But anyway, this is what I had, and I wished I never got rid of it. Just like
it does look good in the pictures.
And it looks good after I had it repainted to that color.
Yeah, let me see. It's almost like indigo, ain't it?
No, it's all right.
I wrote blue, but it's like a
It's almost like an Indigo blue.
Almost like Indigo, like his truck out there.
Yeah, like my truck now. He is now.
Mm-hmm. Which you probably seen when I went to go outside and film my knife review videos. You probably seen the truck sitting in the driveway.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's about it. I can tell you about it. But it's been a good car. I wish I never got rid of it.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed his little story about his 1982 Camaro. And if he has any more stories, I'll try to get him back on camera. So that's going to be it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more story time videos like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tinmans Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tinman Taylor, and you want to say goodbye?
We'll talk to you later.